Newcastle, that's at Old Trafford. Either side could go into the Premier League's top four today, depending on results elsewhere, while Southampton's game against West Ham is also a 2 o'clock kickoff. All of that football, apart from Manchester City and their trip to Liverpool, getting underway in the next 5 minutes. Goals as they go in as usual here on a weekend in the Premier League. Just to keep you up to date on the latest in the T20 World Cup, and Namibia shocked Sri Lanka in the opening game, winning by 55 runs. It was just their second ever victory over a test-playing nation. In the other Group A fixture, the Netherlands chased down a target of 112 to beat the United Arab Emirates by a single run. The top two sides from each pool will qualify for what is known as the Super 12s. That gets underway next week. Of course, we'll keep you up to date here on LBC News. Further analysis on all of the main stories at lbc.co.uk. Jeremy Hunt says he's not taking anything off the table as Chancellor after being questioned over whether there'll be any more U-turns to the mini-budget. The Halloween fiscal statement, October the 31st, a little over 2 weeks to go, he says will be more like a budget itself, hinting at further changes to come. It's approaching 2 o'clock. The headlines are next.
This is LBC News.
There are not many people, not many families that can afford that kind of increase.
What our food banks are telling us is that people are really scared.
Cutting taxes helps us face the global economic crisis.
Where the news never stops.
Location for Eurovision 2023 will be Liverpool.
People will recognise and see what a fantastic and fabulous city Liverpool is.
Listen on Global Player, LBC News.
Hear that? That's the sound of BP Me Rewards members earning points when they shop at BP. Points to spend on a mouth-watering something in-store or to put towards fuel. Register with BP Me Rewards and get a welcome bonus of 1,000 points worth a tasty £5. From sweet treats and hot meals to mid-journey snacks, we've got it all. Simply download the BP Me app to get started. BP, here for all of life's journeys. Offer ends November 28th, 2022. T's and C's apply. See full conditions at bpmerewards.co.uk.
If you want affordable security, you need the Simply Safe family.
We're a tight-knit network of super smart sensors.
Here to keep your home safe. I look after your entryways.
Systems start from under £200.
You can set us up yourself.
Doors, windows.
And from just $15.99 a month, you can get professional monitoring from a security expert like me.
Oh, cat flaps too.
Head to simplysafe.co.uk to see our latest offers and let our family look out for yours. T's and C's apply.
Hello there, it's the Hairy Bikers here, and we are here to help you. Yes, you listeners, to get more from your food.
We are indeed more character, more delight, and more flavour.
Yeah, and we know a proper tasty way to do it. With Knorr, of course, the nation's favourite stock.
That's right, so whether it's a chicken or chickpea comfort and curry,
or a hearty beef or bean chilli for dinner tonight,
just be sure you give it more with Knorr.
To verify, call 0800 731 1411.
When your little angels want something super fast and noisy. When the biggest kid needs something to keep him busy. When a festive board game or two is on the cards. For gifts for all your Christmases. Say hello to VeryPay. Choose Pay Now, Pay Later, or pay over 3 months and pay no interest. Shop toys at very.co.uk. VeryPay credit provided subject to status by Shop Direct Finance Company Limited, 18+. Representative 39.9% APR variable.
LBC News. The latest news headlines. Next.
If you need help staying on top of your bills, at Lloyds Bank we're by your side. Every month, thousands of customers are using Spending Insights and are viewing their upcoming payments on our mobile banking app to help them feel more in control. And every day, in branch or on the phone, our colleagues are making a difference by talking customers through all the options available. Find out more at lloydsbank.com/cost of living. Lloyds Bank, by your side.
On your radio, on Global Player, and
Play LBC News.
Where the news never stops. This is LBC News.
From Global's newsroom, it's 2 o'clock. I'm David Dom. Good afternoon. Here is the latest news headlines. The Chancellor insists Liz Truss is in charge of her government after the mini-budget led to U-turns And the sacking of predecessor Kwasi Kwarteng. Jeremy Hunt is due to meet with the Prime Minister at Chequers today. Labour calls the fallout a disgrace. The government setting out new plans to crack down on environmental protests. The Home Secretary says she wants to stop activists holding the public to ransom. Police in California say they've arrested a suspected serial killer while he was out looking for his next victim. Wesley Brownlee is accused of murdering 6 people in Stockton and Oakland. And staying up to date with the very latest in the Premier League this afternoon, as Arsenal could go 4 points clear at the top when they go to Leeds. That's before Manchester City travel to Anfield to face Liverpool.
LBC News. Weather.
A dry start, but rain and wind are moving north. Temperatures reaching highs of 18 degrees. I'm Mitch Rushton. I've got a full forecast in the next 15 minutes.
LBC News. Travel.
The M19 Edinburgh's closed southbound. That's for roadworks from the A90 to junction 1A for Kirkliston. In the West Midlands, the M42 is shut both ways. That's for weekend roadworks between junction 5 for Solihull and 6 at Birmingham Airport. There are delays in Lancashire on the M6 southbound. It's queuing from junction 33 at Lancaster South to 32 at the Broughton interchange. That was after an accident earlier. The M4 in Berkshire is closed eastbound for roadworks from junction 11 at Reading to 10 at Wokenham. And in Kent, the M20 is closed eastbound from junction 10 at Ashford South to 11 at Hythe for roadworks there. I'm Anne-Marie Walsh. Your next update is in 20 minutes here on LBC News.
This is LBC News.
LBC News time, it's 2 minutes after 2. It's Sunday afternoon. Let's get the latest then from Westminster, as Jeremy Hunt has said nothing is off the table when it comes to dismantling his predecessor's mini-budget announcement. The new Chancellor has hinted at more U-turns, as reports suggest the planned cut to income tax next year could be delayed. The Prime Minister, Liz Truss, has faced heavy criticism, including from her own backbench MPs and even US President Joe Biden for her handling of the economy. Let's get a little more on this now with the Sun on Sunday's Westminster editor, Jonathan Riley, who joins me now. It's good to have you on the programme this Sunday afternoon. I guess we should start really with the Prime Minister and the Chancellor meeting today. You almost want to be a fly on the wall in that conversation, don't you?
Yeah, I suspect that meeting is going to go along the lines of taking Kwasi Kwarteng's plan for growth that he announced, 4 weeks ago, and with a back marker pen going through, this bit and that bit and the rest of it, because, when Jeremy Hunt, the new Chancellor, comes to Parliament in about 2 weeks' time to deliver his own version of a mini budget, or a fuller budget, as he's now suggesting, it's likely to look very, very different. Now, you've already heard the hints of not going ahead with that penny off income tax that Liz and Kwasi wanted to implement next April. Downing Street are sort of saying, look, no decisions have been made, and even though the Chancellor has said that nothing is off the table, they're saying, look, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't save us a load of money, but as is very clear from his position on the media round yesterday, this is not the Trussonomics, the experiment, the free market experiment that was pushed upon the great British public is well and truly over, and we're expecting a far more reserved financial plan to be laid out on the table. So, yeah, fascinating to know what exactly they'll be talking about. Liz and Kwasi were very fiscally close in their sort of ideology in how they approach these things. So whether or not the Prime Minister is still indeed in charge is yet to be seen. We'll find out in about 11, 12 days.
I was about to ask. It sort of then leads to the next question of whose economic policy then are we going to be following? Are we going to be following that of the Prime Minister and what she set out when she was campaigning to take over as the new leader of the Conservative Party? Or is it that of the new Chancellor?